all, welcome to my channel. I'm Mark, this is Mark's Mods, and we're carrying on with our weekend of the X-Wing Marathon, everybody. And we have issue 63 today of Build the X-Wing. And guess what? We've done the wings, so we're not doing wings, but we're actually working on the cockpit area today. So I'm really looking forward to this issue. So, with all that said, let's get modelling. Right, let's get started, guys. So the first thing we need is this part here and this part here, and we're just going to be basically pushing this into place on here. So let's get it lined up with the holes, push fit connection, just like that. Okay, so the next part we need is this part here, and we need to put this into the side just on there like that. Okay, all push fit connection, and then we just need to do on the other side as well. So let's push that into place just like that. Okay, so I just need to turn the page of the magazine over because we've got quite a bit to do today. So the next piece it wants is this piece here, and that's just going to simply push on top just in there. And then we need this part here, and again that's just going to push into place just like that. Okay, so moving on, the next bit we need is this tiny detail here, and that's going to be put into this bit here, making sure I get it the right way around and line up the hole. There we go, just like that. Okay, and then we need to put the next bit, which is next to it, and we need to put that in. So we'll do the same. It's more a case of lining this up than anything really. So let's just get this lined up, and then we'll push it down into place. I've got my tweezers just in case I need them, and that's now being pushed into place. And the last piece we need to push into place is this bit here, and again all push fit connection, and that's pushed into place just like that. Right, so the next bit we need to do is we need to basically, it's saying fitting the links. So we've got this part here, and this is just going to simply go on. Let's have a look how they're doing this. This is going to basically go on to these parts here and here. This should be nothing new anyway to everybody, because we've done this a zillion times with the engines. It's more a case of lining up them holes in place. Okay guys, sorry about that. I had to cut there because the hole down here was not properly gone through. So it was actually stopping the part from fitting in, but it's now fitted in, which is great. So we can move on to the next bit. Now, for the first time in this model, it's actually asking us to glue, which, yeah, which is quite interesting. It even gives an explanation on how to glue. So we're just going to pop some glue into them two holes there, and we're going to try and get this in. So I'm going to use my tweezers. Hopefully this is the right size to go in the hole, because I've noticed a lot of these holes are just they're just not big enough. Again, I think that's just not big enough and needs to be sort of opened up a little bit. So we'll open up the hole and then we'll re-put some glue on, making sure that I've got the right hole. Yes, I have. I mean, if it's being glued, then it doesn't really matter if you open up the hole. So we'll just bob some more glue in. And then we'll get this into place. Right, here we go. So seems to me that over this last few issues we've really had delicate bits to do, quite tricky bits as well. Right, got part of one bit in, but again I still don't think that hole is big enough. So what I'm going to do is, I've got my pin vise here with an end on it. I'm just going to make that hole big enough to accept the piece, and I'll do that with the other one. And what we'll do is we'll re-glue it. I don't throw glue everywhere. I think this is what I'm going to have to do for every one, because I just don't think they are big enough for the pieces. I know it's a push fit, but the pieces are very delicate and I don't want to damage them. So I've made it maybe 1/2 mil bigger. Still doesn't want to go in. And that piece is in there, just looking like that. Okay, so we'll move on to the next piece. Now, again, before I start, I'm just going to make the hole a bit bigger. In fact, these ones are smaller than the other ones, so I don't know how they expect to get parts in. So it's that one there, and then this one up here. And that's just making that a little bit bigger so it can accept the piece. We'll get some glue in. Okay, and then we'll get this piece in. So it's this piece here. This should be a lot easier to do now I've made these holes bigger, but like I said, it doesn't matter because obviously we're gluing this down to it. Okay, that piece is in there just like that. Turn the page of the magazine over. Oh, right, hang on a minute, let's make these holes bigger. So the next one, we need to make this one bigger. We need to make this one bigger. Next is this one. And then the last is this one just here. Just like that. Okay, I'm just going to put a bit more glue in my bit, and we'll get these glued in place. Yeah, actually feels nice that we're actually dealing with glue for a change, because like we said, it's all been push fit connections, even though I've had to actually use glue in certain places. So now I can turn the page of the magazine over and see how this goes in. Right, okay, so starting off there and just working it down just like that, and that piece has gone in absolutely lovely, to tell you the truth. It's very much worth making sure that them holes are a lot bigger. Right, the next bit we need is this bit here. Now I'm just seeing how they got this orientated. Right, okay, so we need to put this in. Now notice them holes are significantly bigger, so I'm hoping that this just pushes into place. Yep, it should do. If not, I can open them up a little bit. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with the hole. Oh gosh, that's a tight fit, but that's gone in nicely. Right, so next, moving on, we need this part here. Now I'm just looking at the instructions, and basically we need to run this down here and up. I'm just going to check the fit. See if I need to. I mean, one hole's not too bad, that one's gone in. Let's try the other bottom hole. Gosh, there's a lot to do today. Right, that one's gone in. Now it doesn't say anything about gluing these tabs in. It's more a case of just making sure you line them up. But this piece is actually quite flexible. Right, that's in place, and then it comes up and it actually goes into the previous part we put in. Again, I think the holes are a bit too small, so I'm just gonna make them a little bit bigger. And I personally think that doing that top piece first is going to be better. We'll try it from the bottom. So let's get some glue in there. I know it says not to glue, but obviously we've made them bigger. So we'll get that bottom piece in first of all. Oh yeah, they've gone in a lot better. So just make sure that dries nicely, which it has. Then we'll get some more glue, bit on there, bit in there, just make sure we get it on. So yeah, my advice is test fit to make sure the holes actually fit, because like I said, a majority of these, to make life easier, I've had to make them bigger. And you are dealing with with delicate parts as well, so and then it's just a case of lining everything up. Right. This seems to be one of them issues where it just seems to be an issue. The issue is an issue. Right, I've got that bit in. Try and get it in the end of that bit. It's easier said than done. Right, hopefully now that'll push down into place and that's done. Wow, that were a bit of a pain, but if I go to close-up camera, that's now what that looks like. Very nice. Okay, so we're not done yet. So we've got to get this piece. This piece was done in issue 5. Would you believe? Yeah, we got this in issue 5 a long time ago, so I've actually been holding on to this piece for quite some time. But basically we need to put this pipe into the bottom of it. Can you believe that? Issue 5. Whew. But what I'm going to do again, I'm actually going to glue this in, so I'm going to make that hole just a little bit bigger, not by much, just to make this easier to get in. Okay, and tweezers. So I'm just concentrating, trying to get this piece in. So that's the first piece done. Just need to get it through the second hole, which is done. Wow. Okay. Right, so the last bit we need to do is we need to fit this onto this part here. And you flip it over. We've got 3 screw holes that we need to screw in with some XWO2 screws. So let's get 3 of them. That's the first one. Can you believe we've had this since issue 5? You know? We were given it on issue 5 and we're now on issue 63 and we're finally using it. Yeah. Saying that though, we're on issue 70 odd of the Ecto 1 and we still haven't used the front bonnet that we did in issue 1. And that's what that's looking like now. As you can see, we've got that detail. If I just go on the close-up camera. So that's what that now looks like on the build. Looking very nice indeed. Okay, and that is all we have to do on this issue, issue 63. So yeah, that's issue 63 complete. Well, that's it for issue 63, guys. Thanks for tuning in and watching it. It's nice to be doing some different work on this X-Wing. I've still got a bunch of issues to go though, until I'm sort of really caught up with it all and back onto the weekly. But it does mean now a video will come out every day during the week, Monday to Friday. on the channel, so I'm really pleased about that. But yeah, so get this edited, get it uploaded to YouTube, and then I'll get on with issue 64, which should be fun. So if you like this video, please give it a massive thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit that notification bell and be notified of any future videos. But guys, as for always, stay safe and bye for now. I'd just like to give a shout out to all my patrons that help and support the channel. Please check out their channels on YouTube as well, and thank you very much for watching.